Good evening, baseball fans. You are tuning in to Houston Astros Network, and we are here at Minute Maid Park for a matchup between our first place hometown Houston Astros, who are sitting at a 68-50 record, and are taking on the visiting 60-59 New York Mets. There you see the skipper from the ball club from the Big Apple. Let's take a look at the lineup he's put together for this interleague matchup. Leading things off in left field is EYJ. Batting second, playing second, Daniel Murphy. Batting third, playing third, David Wright. And in the cleanup spot will be Ike Davis. On the mound today for the Astros is the young right-hander Mark Appel. 12-6 on the season with a 3.42 ERA in 23 games started. He's had a very productive season as one of the Astros' top starters, and he's had a very surprising 12-6 record, which is best for second on the team for the Houston Astros. And coming to the plate now for the Mets is EYJ, who is currently batting .274 with 5 home runs, 36 RBIs, and is 5th in the National League with 27 stolen bases. He's having a very productive season in that leadoff spot. So here's the kick and the pitch from Mark Appel. That's going to be swung on, and that is right to Donald Nakayama at first base as he puts that one away for the first out at the top of the first inning. Now with 2 outs, 1-2 count on David Wright. The kick and the pitch from Mark Appel, and that's going to be popped up into foul territory. George Springer's going to give that one a run, and he gets to it in foul territory. He puts that one away for the third and final out at the top of the first inning as we head to the bottom of the first now. There you see Bo Porter, manager of the Houston Astros, and the lineup that he's put together for today's matchup. Leading things off in left field is the newly acquired Mike O'Neill. Batting second, playing second, Jose Altuve. Batting third, playing right, George Springer. And in the cleanup spot is the big bat of Chris Carter. On the mound today for the Mets will be Jeremy Hefner, the right-hander. 7-11 on the season so far with a 5.07 ERA. Not the greatest of seasons in 23 games started, but not the worst. He could be doing better, he could be doing worse. And making his way to the plate now for the Astros is the second baseman, Jose Altuve, who is batting .262 with 4 home runs, 35 RBIs, and 28 stolen bases. Very similar season to the leadoff man for the Mets, EYJ. And Altuve's 28 stolen bases are good enough to put him third in the American League. And here comes the pitch from Hefner. That's going to be slapped to the shortstop. J.J. Hardy, he fires the first, and Altuve does what he does best. And he beats that one out for a base hit. Next up in the inning is George Springer, the 3-hitter. Jose Altuve on first. Hefner getting set. Here's the kick, and Altuve takes off for second base. He slides in safely. Jose Altuve for his 29th stolen base of the season. 1-2 count now on George Springer. Runner on second, 1 out, Hefner getting set. Here comes the pitch, and that's swung right through the slider. George Springer goes down on strike swinging. Now we've got 2 outs in the inning. 1-2 count on Chris Carter, the DH, the big bat. Hefner getting set. Here's the kick and the pitch, and that swung right through the 12-6 curve. A very nice breaking ball from the right-hander, Hefner, and he gets his Mets out of the bottom of the first inning, despite the single and stolen base from Jose Altuve, and we are still scoreless at the end of 1. Welcome back to Houston Astros Network. We are here in the top of the third with 1 out as Juan Lagares digs in for the Mets. The kick and the pitch from Mark Appel. That's going to be slapped into center field in front of Reimer Liriano. He's going to get to that one, and Juan Lagares has himself a base hit here in the top of the third. 1 out base hit. Gets the Mets a base runner. 1-1 count now on Travis D'Arnaud. Here comes the pitch, and that swung right through. The runner takes off. Lagares slides in safely as the throw from Mike Zunino was a bit high. And Juan Lagares has himself a stolen base. Runner on second now with 1 out. 1-2 count now on D'Arnaud. The pitch from Appel is swung through the slider. He goes down on strikes. I'll tell you, Mark Appel has one of the nastiest sliders I have seen in a long time. 2 outs now, 1-2 count on EYJ. Here comes the pitch. That's slapped into right field. That's going to land in front of Springer for a base hit. Springer fields that one. He fires home, and it looks like he does. He gets Juan Lagares out of the plate. George Springer, the 5-tool phenom, guns down Juan Lagares at the plate, and he keeps that 1-0 lead for the Houston Astros intact. Leading things off for the Astros in the bottom of the third is the center fielder, Reimer Liriano. 1-0 count on him. Here comes the pitch from Hefner. That's going to be slapped into left field. Gets past the diving glove of J.J. Hardy, and it lands for a base hit, as the Astros have got themselves a leadoff base runner in the bottom of the third inning. 1-0 count now on the left fielder, Mike O'Neill, the nephew of ex-New York Yankee Paul O'Neill. The pitch, and the runner takes off. Reimer Liriano slides in, and he avoids the tag. Reimer Liriano has himself a stolen base, and suddenly the Astros are in scoring position with no outs. 2-0 count now on Mike O'Neill. Hefner getting set. Looks down Liriano at second. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be slapped right back to the pitcher. Weakly hit, but it's enough to get Liriano over to third base. And Mike O'Neill's thrown out at first. Runner on third, 1 out now for the Astros, and that brings up Jose Altuve. All 5'5" of them standing in the batter's box now. The pitch from Hefner is going to be given a ride into deep left field. That's going to be back to the track, and it's only to the track, but it's going to be more than enough to score the above-average speedy Liriano as he tags up from the third, and he makes that one a 2-0 Astros lead now, off the sacrifice fly from Jose Altuve. 0-2 count now on George Springer with 2 outs. Here's the kick and the pitch from Hefner. That one's going to be slapped into the right center gap. That one's going to fall in the gap for a base hit. Rounds up against the wall. Center fielder fields it. Springer's rounding second, headed from third. He slides in safely as the throw is just not in time. George Springer has himself a triple here in the bottom of the third inning. That is his 4th triple of the year. The dynamic phenom for the Astros has been lighting the scoreboard up, and he's been lighting the stat line up. 2 outs now in the inning, 0-1 count, the big bat of Chris Carter. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be slapped past the diving glove of David Wright as he sneaks that one past in the Tony Gwynn gap. That's going to score George Springer, as we now have a 3-0 Astros lead, as the pitching coach is going to come out to the mound and try to calm down his pitcher, Hefner. Now we've got a 1-1 count here on Donald Nakayama. Chris Carter at first with 2 outs. Here's the kick and the pitch from Hefner, and Nakayama slaps this one right to Ike Davis at first base. And that's going to be how the third inning is going to end, but not before the Astros strike for 2 to expand their lead. 3-0 Astros. Welcome back to Houston Astros Network. We are here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Still 3-0 Astros. Here comes the pitch from Hefner, and Todd Frasier blasts this one into deep left center, and that was an absolute moonshot. That one went over the entire park. That one's in the parking lot, as he had that one over the tallest part of the ballpark. I have not seen anyone hit a ball up there in quite a long time. And to be quite honest, if I was expecting anyone on this Astros ball club to do it, why not the Todd father? That guy has some mammoth power, and he shows that off right there on that solo shot, giving the Astros a 4-0 lead. Now we've got an 0-1 count on Mike Zunino. The kick and the pitch from Trary Hefner is going to be slapped into center field. That's going to be a base hit for the catcher, Mike Zunino. Still no outs in the inning, as Zunino has himself a base hit here. And Jeremy Hefner has had a rough outing so far. Only pitched 3 innings and has already given up 7 hits and 4 runs. Reimer Liriano stepping into the plate now with 1 out. 0-1 count on him. Here's the kick and the pitch from Hefner. That's going to be grounded to the second baseman, Daniel Murphy. He flips to Hardy and fires the first. And that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play, as Reimer Liriano grounds into that one to end the inning. As we head to the 5th inning now, Astros in the lead, 4-0. Cesar Puello, the right fielder, digging in to face Mark Appel in the top of the 5th. Here's the kick and the pitch from Appel. That one's going to be slapped into center field. Puello has himself a 1-out base hit here in the top of the 5th, as the Mets all of a sudden have a base runner. 2-1 count here on the DH, Ruben Tejada. Here's the kick and the pitch from Appel. That one's going to be slapped into right field. George Springer fields that one. He's going to fire to third base, and Puello is in safely, and Tejada heads into second. Now we've got one out. Runners on second and third for the Mets, and Appel is in a sticky situation here. 1-1 count on Juan Lagares. Here's the pitch from Appel, and that one's going to be slapped into right field. Looks like Springer's on that one, but he loses it somehow, and that one's going to get up against the wall. Two runners are going to come around to score. Lagares is going to head into third, and he gets a triple. That's a bases-clearing triple to make it a 4-2 ball game now. Astros still in the lead, but the Mets are chipping away at that Astros lead. And after that bases-clearing triple, that's going to mark the end of the day for Mark Appel, as he's still been managing to pick up wins, but as of late, his ERA has not been the best, and he's had some early outings. And he's going to continue that today as the left-hander, the crafty left-hander, Raul Valdez, the veteran, comes out of the bullpen. 37 games appeared, 2-0 record with a 3.82 ERA and 37.2 innings pitched. He's had a very solid season in the relief role. Working with a 1-2 count here on Travis D'Arenado. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be a high pop fly into center field. Liriano camps under that one. He puts it away for the second out of the inning, fires home, and it's cut off as Juan Lagares heads in, and now it's a 5-3 Astros lead. 2 outs in the now 0-2 count on Daniel Murphy. Runner on first. Here comes the pitch, and that's just going to be popped up to the Todd father at third as he puts that one away for the final out of the top of the 5th inning, as the Mets strike for 3 and make this a 4-3 Astros lead. Welcome back to Houston Astros Network. Donald Nakayama, the first baseman, digging in for Houston. Here comes the pitch from Hefner, and that one's going to be ripped opposite field, and that one's going to carry over the fence. Donald Nakayama with the solo shot opposite field. He's come in to fill that first base role as the all-star Kendrys Morales is currently out with an injury, and Nakayama has done an absolutely terrific job as he's provided some decent defense and a very productive bat. And after that solo shot from Nakayama, that's going to bring in a new pitcher for the Mets. The left-hander Joe Thatcher is going to be on the mound now. 71 games appear with a 5-4 record and a 2.51 ERA and 75.1 innings pitched. Very solid season so far for the left-hander coming out of the bullpen. 2 outs in the inning, 0-2 count on Mike Zunino. The kick and the pitch from Thatcher. That one's going to be ripped into right field. That one's going to get back to the track, and it's only to the track as Cesar Puello is able to camp under that one and put it away for the final out, but not before the Astros strike for 1 and take a 2-run lead, 5-3 Astros. Welcome back to Houston Astros Network. We are in the top of the 9th, and the Astros are still up 5-3, so Jesse Crain, the dominant closer, 33 saves on the season with a 3.86 ERA, comes in to shut the door. 3-2 count on David Wright. That's slapped into right field. George Springer is able to collect that one on the run as he puts that one away for the first out of the top of the 9th. There you see the AL League leaders in saves. In first with 40 is the Orioles closer Tommy Hunter, then Grant Balfour, John Axford, Fernando Rodney, our own Jesse Crain, and then Koji Uehara and Jim Johnson. 0-2 count now on Ike Davis. Here comes the pitch, and that swung right through the slider. They're going to throw that one around as Ike Davis goes down on strikes, and the Astros are suddenly 1 out away from shutting the door against the Mets. 1-2 count here on J.J. Hardy. Here comes the kick and the pitch from Crain. That swung right through the changeup, and that is how the cookie crumbles in this one. J.J. Hardy goes down swinging, and the Astros win this ball game 5-3. Jesse Crain gets the save. Mark Appel was not able to get the win. Raul Valdez will be credited with that stat. We'll head down to the field now for our first baseman, Donald Nakayama, who is the tops player of the game. 4 at-bats, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 home run and an RBI. One of those hits being a home run, the other one being a triple. He had a very productive day, and he was the main reason why the Astros came away with the win in this interleague matchup. And with that being said, that'll wrap things up here at this ball game at Minute Maid Park. Don't forget to take a look at the box score on your way out, and as always, don't forget to tune in next time here on Houston Astros Network.